My name is Dusan Zivkovic and today I will be doing my country analysis. For my country analysis I have chosen the Republic of Ghana. This presentation will give us a closer look into the geography of Ghana, economic environment, political environment, entry modes, and it will help us determine which entry mode is the most appropriate and why should we do business in Ghana. Geography. Ghana is located in Western Africa and it's bordering Burkina Faso on the north, Cote d'Ivoire on west, Togo on east, and Gulf of Geneva and Atlantic Ocean on the south. Capital is Accra with 1.6 million people and the total population of the country is 24.3 million. Total area of the country is 238,533 square kilometers, which 11,000 square kilometers is water and the remaining 227,533 square kilometers is land. Religion, main religion is Christianity with 68.8%, followed by Protestants 18.6%, Catholic and Muslim with 15.1 and 15.9 respectively. Economic environment. Economic environment in Ghana has shown great improvements in the past years. Gross national product was $35.318 billion and gross national product per capita was $1,480. The abandonment of natural resources has made Ghana an attractive market for foreign investments. Such resources include gold, timber, industrial diamonds, bauxite, fish, rubber, hydropower, petroleum, silver, salt and limestone. Agriculture. Agriculture has been a leading force of economic development in Ghana until the recent discovery of oil. Exports of cacao from Ghana have been accounted for 16% of the world's total exports of cacao. Besides cacao, the other products produced in Ghana are rice, tapioca, peanuts, corn, shea nuts, and bananas and timber. Industry in Ghana has also started to develop and it includes mining, lumbering, light manufacturing, aluminium smelting, food processing, cement, commercial shipping, building. Currency. The main currency in Ghana is Cedi. One Cedi is divided into 2,000 pesos. One USA dollar equals to 1.53 Cedis, or 1 Cedi equals to 0.66 American dollars. The coming year should be a transformative one for the Ghanaian economy. The onset of oil production should drive real GDP into double digits, with rising cacao production and strong private investment also making an important contribution to economic activity. Yet we should stay aware of the weaknesses in the microeconomic picture, primarily inflation and the high levels of external debt. Nevertheless, the experts remain optimistic towards Ghana, highlighting that it will be a major economic outperformer over the next years, both regionally and globally. They also forecasting real GDP growth of 14% in 2011 and on average of 9.1% over 2012-2015. With regard to the business environment, the picture is one of the global improvement. Political environment. On the political front, we highlight concerns over rising inflation and the potential implications for stability. While we are relatively optimistic in this respect, we are aware of the risks stemming from pressurized consumer budgets. Indeed, a number of Ghanaians took the streets of Accra in protest of the rising costs of living in late January. Yet, we believe the threat of further significant unrest is relatively muted. There is a relatively low tendency for protest. The government is engaging heavily in pro-poor spending and there are visible infrastructural improvements in the pipeline that should encourage the people to believe that livelihoods are improving. Entry modes. Entry modes that will be discussed in this presentation are exporting, franchising, joint ventures, licensing, wholly owned subsidiaries, and turnkey project. Exporting. Exporting includes selling goods produced in one country to residents of another country. Ghana operates a relatively free market and most of tariffs are low. Ghana aligned its tariffs rates of 0%, 5%, 10% and 20% with those of the Economic Community of Western African States or ECOWAS. There are few advantages of exporting. One of those is low costs of establishing operations, growing market for USA exports in Ghana, and growing purchasing power of the Ghanaian residents. The disadvantages of exporting include poor infrastructure in Ghana, long transit time, and unfamiliarity with Ghanaian market. Franchising. Franchising is a form of licensing in which a franchisor sells intangible property to a franchisee and insists the rules to conduct the business. There are several demerits of franchising in Ghana. First one is loss of the autonomy, and the other one is that there is no avenue for management members to undertake any sort of beneficial initiative about the product offerings by the business. Merits of franchising in Ghana include the political stability in the country, the investors-friendly environment, and the bright economic prospect of the nation. Joint ventures. A foreign investor may team up with Ghanaian entrepreneur or company for a joint venture, usually in the form of a partnership or a limited liability company. A minimum equity capital of 10,000 American dollars is required from the foreign investor who intends to enter into the joint venture partnership with a Ghanaian in any sort of economic activity. The foreign stakeholder is required to satisfy this minimum equity capital either in cash, through by transferring funds through the Ghanaian banking system, or any other form of assets imported into the country, especially and specifically to establish enterprise. In addition, joint venture agreements with Ghanaian firms should carefully spell out areas of responsibilities. Some local entrepreneurs operate under the impression that all costs will be borne by the foreign investor and that only thing that they have to bring to the table is their expertise in selling to the local market. Licensing. Licensing is defined as the method of foreign operations whereby a firm in one country agrees to permit a company in another country to use the manufacturing, processing, trademark, know-how, or some other skill provided by the licensor. In return, the licensor collects the royalty fee from the licensee. Licensing involves little expense and involvement. The only cost is signing the agreement and policing its implementation. The advantages of licensing include good way to start in foreign operations and open the door to low-risk manufacturing relationships. Linkage of parent and receiving partner interests means both get the most out of marketing effort. Capital is not tied up into foreign investments, and there is an option to buy into partner exist or provision to take royalties in stock. The disadvantages of licensing include the following: limited form of participation to the length of the agreement, specific product, process, or trademark. Potential returns from marketing and manufacturing might be lost. Partner develops know-how and so license is short. licensing can become the competitor to the licensor, and licensing requires considerable fact-finding, planning, investigation, and interpretation. Wholly owned subsidiaries. A subsidiary in which firm owns 100% of the stocks. Ghana does not promote the establishment of wholly owned subsidiaries. Ghana believes that funds for the wholly owned subsidiaries should be invested offshore. Turnkey mode. A firm agrees to set up an operating plant for a foreign client and hand over the key when the plant is fully operational. The main advantage of turnkey project is the ability for the company to earn great economic profits, particularly in countries where foreign direct investments are limited. It is an advantage for oil-rich country like Ghana to build their own oil industry and therefore do not want competitors to enter the market, so they restricted foreign direct investments in their refining industry. However, a turnkey project can be advantageous for both Ghana, who does not have expertise in oil industry, and the company that establishes the turnkey project like Exxon. By having an experienced oil company such as Exxon creates turnkey oil refinery in Ghana would bring both economic benefits to Exxon and Ghana. Considering everything mentioned above about the entry modes, I believe that licensing is the most appropriate mode of entry to Ghana. Even though Ghanaian market and economy have shown a great improvement in the recent years, the political environment and legal situation, as well as unfamiliarity with Ghanaian market, represents a big threat for doing business in Ghana. USA companies wishing to enter the Ghanaian market are strongly advised to retain a representative resident in Ghana to market their product and services. Ghana is a country that can offer a lot of opportunities for international business. Even though Ghana has recently started to develop and follow the world's trend in communication, transportation, politics, it is rapidly catching up with the rest of the world. With its natural resources and the recent discovery of oil close to the coastline, Ghana has become an attractive country for foreign investments. A great variety of natural resources and factors of production constitute a national advantage for Ghana. Starting the business in Ghana can be really challenging, but the profits can end up being high as well.